You know, sometimes there's a game that's beyond words, that you just have to see, you have to experience it to appreciate it. And, well, I've been on a break, you know, probably for the first time in my existence, I will experience Iceland in the final of the World Cup. Most likely, if I'm being realistic, this will never happen again. So I felt like I want to enjoy it. So I haven't been allocating my resources to my YouTube channel, but I've been watching the Icelandic football team, and they gave it their all. We couldn't replicate the Euro run, but overall we played great. You know, we made a draw with Argentina. One bad half against Nigeria. You know, 0-0 at halftime. They had 0 shots on goal in the first half, but one bad half cost us, and then we left it all on the floor against Croatia. But it wasn't to be this time around. But that's not the issue here. We're here to experience one of the greatest games I've ever seen. This game got me out of, well, not retirement, but out of my hiatus. And you know, we all grow up, we watch chess games like Adolf Anderson, Paul Morphy, guys sacrificing everything, going for the king, giving it all up for the attack. And this is one of those games with the white pieces. Timur Gareev, his opponent Gene Nakauchi. Timur is a grandmaster, Nakauchi is a FIDE master. And if you don't know it, Timur Gareev, he is the Blindfold King. He holds multiple records for feats in the realm of blindfold chess. But let's see what he can do when he actually sees the board. So with the white pieces, Timur Gareev, he opens with d4. We have knight f6 from Nakauchi. Bishop to g5, the Trompovsky. This was employed by Magnus Carlsen against Karakin. And now we have knight to e4, attacking the bishop. Bishop to f4 and c5. A very, yeah, what to say, very a very firm way to play with black. You know, you bring it to white. You want to bring out your queen, attack this pawn. If I can make the arrow go all the way, you know, make white, you know, prove his his opening concept. We have f3. The knight has to move back. And d5. White tries to get a big center. He wants to play d5, no, e4 here, and keep his d5 pawn. After e6, white tries to maintain his pawn with e4. E takes, and queen to b6. Now queen e2 by Gareev, and now king to d8 by Nakauchi. This is very provocative. Now, if I saw this position, I would play c4. I'll protect my pawn, and the queen is protecting the pawn. But Gareev, he wanted more. He went for immortality, knight to d2, giving up. You heard the term, the poison pawn. Is this a poison pawn? Well, Nakauchi decided to find out. He took the pawn on b2. Queen takes b2. Now we're attacking the rook. What to do? Bishop to e5. This of course protects the rook indirectly, but it also gives up a second pawn. But who gives a damn about pawns if we're going for immortality? Queen takes c2. So white is down 2 pawns. But what to do now? Okay, we have this king here. It's not doing too great here, right? So d8. And white, okay, we're giving the 2 pawns, but we need to finish development. So we need to get this guy out. So what to do? Queen to b5. The idea is simple, get the bishop out, and we're actually trapping the queen. So the queen must go back via this diagonal. Queen f5. The good point is that it attacks the bishop, so we have to protect it. f4. And now the third pawn for black. Knight takes d5. Now is this too greedy? Well, without greedy guys like do first against Anderson, and well, the opponents in the upper game, we wouldn't have immortality, would we? Knight g to f3. White is down 3 pawns, but he's getting all his pieces out. Knight g to f3. Knight takes f4. Greedy bastard, 4th pawn for black. This must be too much, right? Long castles. Wonderful chess. You know, getting the pieces out. Now we're ready to bring the bishop out. Okay, we castled the king without any pawn cover, but we got this king right here in the center of the board, and no development for black. You know, this is on the starting square. All the pieces on the starting square. What are you gonna do? Okay, f6, attacking the bishop. Now g4, Gareev, he gives up the 5th pawn. What to do for black? I mean, you have to accept. Queen takes g4, and now rook g1, getting yet another piece into the game. And this, yeah, this is just unbelievable. So the queen is attacked. What to do? In the game, he went for queen to f5. Okay. The bishop is attacked. What to do? Gareev decided to retreat. Bishop to c3. But now, once we get this bishop out, we have all our pieces developed. Black has, you know, the queen and the knight. The other guys are on the 1st rank. Is this worth 5 pawns? I guess we'll find out. Knight c6, at least getting something out. Knight to h4. Queen h5, attacking the knight, and knight d to f3. Protecting the knight, but also, and more importantly, opening up for the rook. And how would you feel with black here? You're up 5 pawns. 5 pawns. But what to do? Knight d5. Okay, this is protected by the queen, and we are attacking the bishop, so what to do? We're going for immortality, right? Rook takes d5. We're down 5 pawns. Why not give up the exchange? And tempo for our pieces. Bishop to c4. You gotta love this. Just going for it, every move. You have to love this kind of, I mean, Simon Williams, the Ginger GM, he would love this kind of game, you know. Okay, the queen is attacked, queen e4, and now rook e1. A much better file than the g file. Now on the e file, getting closer to the king. Queen f4 check, bishop d2. The queen has to retreat, and now everything is deployed to the white. How do we increase the pressure? Gareev went for bishop d5. Okay, queen b6 by black, and well, we can't exchange queens. We're attacking, so queen to a4, and now knight b4. Okay, attacking the bishop, but we want to keep it. We're attacking, bishop to c4. And now black has to find a way to untangle here, and he went with d5. But this looks a little bit risky, and now Gareev, he got his queen in, queen to e8, king c7, and now more sacrifices, rook e7, giving up another exchange. Bishop takes e7, queen takes e7, check. Czechoslovakia. Now what to do? If you bring your king back to b8, well, you're gonna get checkmated with bishop to f4. So you have to go forward. And this is starting to look like one of these romantic, amazing games that you've seen in the past. Bishop to b3, retreating the bishop, but also threatening bishop to a4. And, you know, black would have to give up the queen here. So queen d8, okay, at least, you know, producing a flight square for the king. But now Gareev really goes for it. Now is this check to the king, what to do? Well, this was a sacrifice that Nakauchi decided not to accept. He played king to b6. But are you ready? Gareev wanted immortality. He has sacrificed 5 pawns and 2 exchanges. His knight is under attack. He is threatened with the exchange of queens. What to do here? If you're going for immortality, of course you sacrifice the queen. Queen takes c5. Can you believe this? What is going on? What is Gareev doing? King takes c5. Bishop takes b4 check. This might be the most amazing game you'll ever see. King takes b4. What did Gareev do? a3. What sorcery? What sorcery is this? What is going on? King c5. And after Gareev played knight h to f3, he realized he had sacrificed all his pieces, and he resigned the game, and black won. So, what's the lesson here? Life isn't, you know, a bed of roses. You can go for glory, but sometimes you will go down in flames. And that's what Gareev did. You know, applause to him. We have to applaud him for his efforts, but sometimes, you know, things don't go your way. And this time they didn't, so good win for Nakauchi. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.